tip in this first race?
I went with Eye for an Eye, which is second pick there on the TAB. Matt, I thought its trial was very good. A son of Zedatov, and he looks a bit like him too, the way he moves across the ground. He's a lovely mover. Eye for an Eye, number 5.
Okay, Tony, and let's hear from Dean Lawson. He's got a couple of runners in the first at Flemington.
Well, Dean, a couple of runners in the first here. Just tell us about them, Hernster and Kohaya.
They're both nice horses, Andrew. Probably both need a little bit more time to really show their best, but they had a trial here on Tuesday morning and both a little bit green, but I'm sure they'll improve with the experience, and we'll probably just wait for them to be running on and improve a little bit later.
You've got a runner in the Great Western?
Tarcoola Diamond, yeah, she jarred up at Caulfield the other day, so her run probably wasn't too bad when she ran third, so if she can get a bit of luck in running and the track's not too firm, she's going to be pretty hard to beat.
Dean Lawson, represented by Hernster and Kahea, numbers 6 and 8. For our Sky Channel viewers watching around the country in pubs, clubs and TABs, here's Greg Miles for the first at Flemington. And for our Sky Racing viewers at home, just repeating that due to contractual arrangements, Sky Racing at home is unable to show live coverage of today's Flemington meeting. But later this afternoon, we will be replaying each race shortly after it's been run. And the last couple are just going in. We're about 20 seconds away from start time. They're going down the straight in the first. It's a pretty...
Here's Brian Martin.
Out of 5, Silverstein in 4. Just about ready. Wardroom has gone up. And up goes, no, it's not quite ready yet, Cross Current to come up. Out wide in 15 is Quatrefoil, Kahea in 14. Just about ready. Go Forever in 9. Desert Runner is out there alongside the stablemate. They're just about set to go, Desert Drummer. Now, up it goes on the outside here, Cross Current, they're ready. Set to run Melbourne Cup Day, the first of 10. Racing. Danza Dash appeared to knuckle and bump with the stablemate Silverstein out of the gates, and one of the first out. Over on the inside, Tuareg with seconds to spare, going quickly. Mabu Hayes, Silverstein behind those, and further out Wardroom. Danza Dash is racing about 6 or 7 out, and further back Hernster. They're followed by Go Forever, Desert Drummer, and further back Life's a Bounty. They're on the flat side now, on the grandstand rail here, and Cross Current out there just leads High Occupancy. A length further back, Eye for an Eye. A length and a half Pierre Tenay, 1.5 further back Kahea, and last on the outside would have been Quatrefoil. Over on the flat side, Silverstein and Wardrobe, 2.5 seconds to spare. Danza Dash is not in it. Further back, Mabu Hay. Coming down the outside, Pierre Tenay is after High Occupancy. Cross Current, the outside rail. Pierre Tenay drifting back towards the middle. On the inside, Wardrobe in front of seconds to spare. They look to be in front. Coming down the outside, Pierre Tenay and Cross Current. It's Wardrobe, seconds to spare. Pierre Tenay and Cross Current is right there on the outside fence. Down to the line, Cross Current out wide as dive with Wardrobe over on the inside. They're the principal two from seconds to spare, and Pierre Tenay is close up. They're right across the track. Then Life's a Bounty, Mabu Hay, further back to Tuareg. A gap then Eye for an Eye, further back in the race, High Occupancy, followed by Kahea. Well back Desert Drummer, Hernster pulling up quickly with Quatrefoil. Further back in the race then came Go Forever, Silverstein, and Danza Dash lost all chance at the start near the tail.
This is tight. Number 2, Cross Current, is there, and so is 15, Wardroom, with the pass to the post. So welcome to the microphone, Russell Veach. Good morning, Russell.
Thank you, Greg. Good morning to you. Number 2, Cross Current at $16.90 and $5, or 15, Wardroom at $19.10 and $5.80. Looks like the two's got home, Cross Current, and has. Number 15 there, number 12 also seconds to spare at $5. Result to come.
Should be 2, 15 and 12. Will stand by for that to be confirmed. Race number 1 from Flemington. Race number 2, this is the Cup Consolation, the Lavazza Long Black. It's over the 2,800 metres. You can take out numbers 3, 5, 7, 8, 17 and 18. It's time to go at 10 minutes past 11. Before that, we have the running of race number 1, Kembla. We'll give you the full details on Kembla and the scratchings and selections. In fact, they're coming up now with Maz.
And also that result coming through now in Melbourne, 2, 10 and 14.
Thanks, Greg. Thanks, Russell. We'll start with Flemington race 2. It's Fine and Good, and the second will go at 11:10. And from that race, take 3 Big Pat, 5 Danach, 7 Rum, 8 Condy's Fair, 17 Charnwood Lad, and 18 Sir Danza Bar. 3, 5, 7, 8, 17 and 18. From the third, 5 Anadin Gold, 17 Check Our Bees, and 19 Centarina. 5, 17 and 19. Race 4, take 9 Something Funny, 11 Darvolant, and 19 Canchita. 9, 11 and 19.
Just breaking in, Marilyn, number 15. They've taken 14 out of the frame and now put the 15 in for third now in Melbourne. It is Wardroom for third. 2, 10 and 15, the new numbers.
Thanks, Russell. Race 5, take 1 Row Hayton, 6 Cuzzy, 1 and 6. Go to race 6, take 3 Dancing Hill, 10 Shabella Mia and 16 Soto Grand. 3, 10 and 16. Race 7, number 8 Maguire to come out. Race 8, take 1 Cheverny, 2 Dane River, 3 Mr Casanova, 4 Ackerbilk, 7 Sale of Century and 17 Loire Valley. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 and 17. Race 9, 2 Lewinsky, 4 Deprave and 19 Prince of Play. 2
and 15 on the first. Now let's head to Kembla Grange, race 1 on Melbourne Cup Day. Here's Matthew Hill.
Thanks, Matt. Favourite at $2.60, Fish Out of Water, $3 Vanish and sampled at $5.10. Coming forward well. Just about all in. There's 1 out of line. In fact, make that 2. Nebulation and also Bonnie Bow. First starter, Fish Out of Water, the favourite at $2.60. Vanish at $3, sampled at $5.30 and Sunshine Lover at $9. This race over 1,000 metres. Nebulation goes in. And the field is set. Red lights flash. Fish Out of Water jumps from gate number 4. The grey having its first race start here. Ready, and they're away. It jumped well, Fish Out of Water. It's going forward early. Bonnie Bow's not far away in the early stages. Driving up along the inside is Vanish. Settling in behind them is Nebulation and Sample as they link onto the course proper. Driving up on the inside, Vanish shares the front with Fish Out of Water and Bonnie Bow 3 wide. 2.5 lengths away, Nebulation fourth on the outside of Sample, followed by Sunshine Lover. 3 lengths away, Bow Deese, and then Sea Bandit. 2 lengths Eastern Palace last of all. Vanish at the 450 with on the outside Fish Out of Water. Given a slap with the whip to keep it going straight. And Bonnie Bow is joining in 3 wide, followed by Nebulation 2 lengths away, and then Sample down the outside from Sunshine Lover at the 250. Vanish on the inside with Bonnie Bow. Fish Out of Water in the centre still there. Then Nebulation. Sample down the outside. It's Vanish and Bonnie Bow. They're the main 2 at the 100. Vanish on the inside, kicking strongly. Just leads Bonnie Bow the outside. It's Vanish on the inside for Craig Agnew just in front, and Vanish wins by a half. Bonnie Bow. 2.5 Sample third. Nebulation fourth. Then a gap Fish Out of Water who punctured badly. Then Eastern Palace from on the outside, pulling up quickly. Sunshine Lover, Sea Bandit and Bow Deese, the last one to finish.
Vanish number 3, $2.70, $1.30. Bonnie Bow and Sample. 3, 4, 5 past the post on race 1 from Kembla Grange. Race 2, Flemington's coming up in 18 minutes' time. Hey Pronto, Skinjate, Crescent and Raging Rhino. 1, 6, 9 and 13 are the Sky ratings in the second. Just as we have a look at these odds, Tony, what was your tip in the second?
Not overly keen on the race, Matt, but I went with Crescent as the pick. He's coming off a 4th in the Werribee Cup there last week behind Maccabee Diva. Had every chance, but this isn't all that tough a race. And he's a full brother to the Warrior. He ran a pretty good race in the Melbourne Cup there a couple of years ago.
All right, Crescent's paying $5.30 at the moment for a 2,800 metre race at Flemington in 17. Now, a full list of
So maybe we can meet at the suburb in between. The sky is grey.
Runners are at the gates for race 2 at Flemington. The trip here is 2,800 metres and they're about to start calling them in. Now the news from the track is that Crescent, number 9, has tightened up. He's one of the well-fancied runners to be ridden by Danny Nikolic into $5 on the tote, but it's been backed on course, and there hasn't really been any sensational backing. There hasn't been any huge plunges here, but there has been a bit of money for Oxford Dollar, number 4, and Hey Pronto, number 1. So the horses that they've come for are 1 Hey Pronto, 4 Oxford Dollar and 9 Crescent, and Home Wrecker, by the way, number 2, has been a bit of a drifter. For the Lavazza Long Black of 2,800. There's the latest totes. Home Wrecker remains the favourite, but expect him to maybe click out a bit now that we've reported that news. Hey Pronto's tumbling into 470. How's he going, do you think, Tony? He ran that terrific race in the Cameron Handicap at Newcastle going back a month or so. It was a ripper behind Accelerator. Looked like he might be a real force during the spring.
Yeah, well, his form's just tapered off at touches. He's only had the one run in Melbourne, but it was a fair sort of run at Moonee Valley without getting too carried away with Matt. It was his first hit out for about 21 days. So I wouldn't be too harsh on him, but I must admit I was a touch disappointed with the run, because he has raced well when fresh.
All right, Tony, you tipped Crescent in this race, number 9. What about Home Wrecker, number 2? Your thoughts on Home Wrecker?
Yeah, well, I've got him second pick, Home Wrecker. He's one of these horses that you've really got to cuddle for a while, because he tends to only sprint for about 250 to 300 metres max. And, well, if Scott Zuma can't give him that soft run, he will be in a bit of bother, but he's got a nice gear change, number 2.
All right, and what were your thoughts on Crescent, Tone? What was the what are his claims on it, do you think?
Well, I just think that he's a horse that will appreciate 2,800 metres. He's a dyed-in-the-wool stayer. He will press forward, I suppose, from gate 7. He won't be too far off. So,
the 2, they're just about set to run. My Decision set. Ready at the 28 now. Stalls back racing. They've left the gate in a pretty good line too. Zamrin, one of the first out with Crescent and Shabiri. Hey Pronto's begun okay with Home Wrecker, and further out is My Decision. And Skinjate coming from the outside as they come down the straight. And Shabiri just led Hey Pronto, who pushed up on the inside. But there is a bit of pace out wide here. Skinjate and My Decision. And also Home Wrecker was prominent. Now Skinjate is going to be posted, so he had to kick forward, and Skinjate takes it up from Shabiri Crescent. Home Wrecker caught wide, and he now travels forward at the winning post. Skinjate led out now, going out of the straight from Home Wrecker, and then Shabiri, followed by Crescent. My Decision 3 deep, and Hey Pronto got back inside Zamrin. Then Raging Rhino from Oxford Dollar. Further back, Lockie, our Fireman Sam, and West Highland Way last of all. Out with about 2,000 metres to go over the crossing, and Skinjate in front, led by a length and a half to Home Wrecker second, Shabiri third. Then My Decision is out 3 deep as Crescent pushed up in the middle. A length and a half to Hey Pronto running sixth, a half Zamrin. A length further back, Raging Rhino, 1.5 Oxford Dollar, 1.5 then to Lockie from our Fireman Sam, and 2 to West Highland Way. Up at the 1750 metre mark here in the second, and My Decision allowed to stride has gone up on the outside looking for the lead, and he'll get it. My Decision got the front now by 2.5 to Skinjate. The pace pretty good, a length and a half to Home Wrecker, and then Shabiri as they drop the speed a little now from Crescent running fifth outside Hey Pronto. Then Zamrin, further back Raging Rhino, followed by Oxford Dollar. Then Lockie and the last couple, our Fireman Sam and West Highland Way, 1,400 metres out, and the leader is My Decision by 2. Skinjate second, 2.5 to Home Wrecker outside Shabiri, they're third and fourth. A length and a half Crescent outside Hey Pronto. 2 to Zamrin the inside, Raging Rhino, 1.5 Oxford Dollar at the 1,200. A length and a half further back Lockie from our Fireman Sam, and 2.5 to West Highland Way. They're stringing out a little, going to the 1,100 metre mark, and it's My Decision by 3. Second placing Skinjate, 2 to Home Wrecker. Shabiri on the gold colours, fourth the fence, a length and a half to Crescent fifth. Outside Hey Pronto 6, 2 further back Zamrin. A length into Raging Rhino, 1 then Oxford Dollar, 1.5 Lockie. Our Fireman Sam, and 3 lengths to West Highland Way. This leader, My Decision, about 3 or 4 lengths in front of Skinjate before the turn at the 650 metre mark. A length to Home Wrecker. Crescent the first one out to the outside, going after this leader from Shabiri. Hey Pronto tracking into it, and further back came to the outside Zamrin around the turn, and My Decision, they've got to him pretty quickly on the outside. Crescent and Home Wrecker, they hit the front. There's one down. Skinjate is down, and Raging Rhino went over the top. Skinjate and Raging Rhino both out of the race here. Crescent, Home Wrecker at the 300, and Hey Pronto coming at them, and Shabiri the rail. Then further back Oxford Dollar, followed by our Fireman Sam. Out deep on the track, and Hey Pronto hit the front. Hey Pronto in front of Shabiri Crescent, then Oxford Dollar, but Hey Pronto getting clear. Hey Pronto in front of Crescent near the line, and Hey Pronto by a length and a quarter. Second Crescent, Shabiri third, Oxford Dollar fourth, and then West Highland Way Zamrin. Our Fireman Sam for the back Lockie. Home Wrecker drop right out, followed by Our Decision, and the 2 riderless horses are continuing on, galloping on, and they are Raging Rhino, and the other one was Skinjate. Skinjate the first one to go, and Raging Rhino over the top of him right here at the 400 metre mark.
Very, very important we check on the condition of those 2 jockeys, because on Skinjate was Glenn Boss. He's got an important ride in the Melbourne Cup, and Kieran McAvoy, who will partner Beekeeper. He was aboard Raging Rhino. Both jockeys have come to grief. Past the post, race 2. Number 1, Hey Pronto, $4.10 and $2 even. Number 9 was second, Crescent, $1.70. 14 for third, Shabiri, $4.60. Let's go back trackside.
And that's Glenn Boss, and over the top went Kieran McAvoy and Raging Rhino. Now, Glenn Boss is on his feet from Skinjate. That's good news. Kieran McAvoy is conscious, sitting inside the rail. One of the horses has actually taken a couple of panels of rail out of the aluminium railing. Both horses galloped on. McAvoy getting to his feet. That's a good sign. And Boss also on his feet. Thank heavens for that. So those two jockeys, Glenn Boss and Karen McAvoy, who came down here at the 400-metre mark in the second, are both on their feet.
All right, well, thanks very much there, Brian. Now, do we have totes in the studio? We might clear these before going to Ian Craig at Randwick for the preview.
Right, Greg, 1-9. We're just standing by for third. It is number 14. One Hey Pronto, $4.10 and $2. Number 9, Crescent, second to pay $1.70. And number 14, Shabiri, getting third at $4.60. The Cornella, $11.30. Exacta, $17.70. Trifecta, 1914, $211.30. Fourth in 4, Oxford Dollar. That first 4 dividend is in abeyance.
Just gone 11:15. This is race day. We're live from St Mary's Band Club. Let's go trackside to Randwick on Melbourne Cup Day for the preview of racing at Randwick. Good morning, Ian Craig.
Good morning to you, Greg Hayes, and good morning all. Welcome to Randwick, and it is a very, very pleasant morning weather-wise here in Sydney. The track is rated good at Randwick, and the rail today is out a distance of 10 metres. The rail is 10 metres out, but still plenty of galloping room. Big wide track.
Third, 2, all in. Second race at Kembla on Cup Day. Race over the 1,200 metres, a Class 4. Set. And they're racing. Field of 6 away. Balancing Act is going back to the tail after the start, and Pixies joins it there. Raisin Wind began fast and leads by a half. Elmazam a length away. Gay Simone third. 2 lengths Race C followed by Pixies second last on the inside of Balancing Act. At the 900 metres, Raisin Wind got to the lead pretty easily and leads by a neck. Elmazam, speed only fair. A length and a half away. Gay Simone third, followed by Race C fourth, racing one off the paint. 2 lengths away. Pixies on the inside of Balancing Act. Last of the 6 would spot the leader 5 lengths. At the 650, Raisin Wind leads by a half length. Elmazan 2.5 lengths away. Gay Simone third on the inside of Race C from Balancing Act as they corner, and Pixies last of the 6. They swing for home at the 400. Raisin Wind just in front, claim now by Elmazam. Race C 3 wide, Balancing Act 4 wide. Gay Simone behind them needs a run, and Pixies is last of the 6 and needs a run badly. Raisin Wind at the 250 kicks a neck in front of Elmazam. Race C, Gay Simone still can't get through. Ditto Pixies, then Balancing Act. Raisin Wind 120 out in front by a length to Race C. Gay Simone. Raisin Wind just in front. Coming at it though is Race C, and Race C got it. Race C beats Raisin Wind. Pixies third, maybe something licked. Then Gay Simone followed by back in the field Elmazam, and Balancing Act out deeper, pulling up quickly.
Aaron Hugh, the winning rider for Bede Murray. Race C, number 6, 1 Raisin Wind, ridden by George Scamone, and 3 Pixies, ridden by Craig Agnew. 6-1-3 past the post at Kembla. First at Randwick in 8 minutes. Sierra Dane, a rating special. Perfect Luck, Belle of the Island, Silk Sierra, 1, 2, 7 and 9 for the first. You were keen on Perfect Luck in this race, weren't you, Tone?
Yes, I was, Matt. Perfect Luck. It's drawn off the track a bit, but she showed a bit of talent there the other night at Canterbury. Ran second. Beautifully bred filly too. Half-sister to Final Card and Gold Ace. They were both top sprinters, weren't they?
All right, well, she's at $3.50 at the moment for the first race at Randwick, which is coming up in 7 minutes' time. All right, Tony, now just before we finish up, one little bit of bad news for you, Tone. In the Sky Channel office suite...
On the first Tuesday in November, the best in the world gather at Flemington as the entire nation stops for the running of our most famous race. Join us live from Flemington for Sky's complete coverage of the Melbourne Cup. History in the making. You won't want to miss a second of it. Today, live at your Sky Channel pub or club.
Not all. But Perfect Luck, Justin's ride, is now favourite at $2.90. Gay Waterhouse, the trainer of Perfect Luck, a 3-year-old filly by Danehill, narrowly beaten last start at Canterbury in a maiden over 1,250 metres by Chatelaine. Greenstone is another of the main chances in this race at around the $6 mark for John Hawkes and Brendan Fennick. Runners about to start moving up for the first at Randwick today on Melbourne Cup Day. A magnificent afternoon in Sydney as we now join Ian Craig.
Better than what it is in on-course operations, 281.40. The second pick is Sierra Dane, who's shorter on the tote at 310 compared with the course. And in fact, on track, they are the only 2 horses that are under double figures. Now, the horses are just... Perfect Luck. Nice filly. Here she comes. Now, Perfect Luck is in, and all is in readiness for the first of 9 races here at Randwick. They'll soon be off. Racing this time, Belle of the Isle a little slow to go with Rainfalls and Logical Lady. And Visage and Condoleezza out well, headed by Greenstone. Sierra Dane handy, Perfect Luck improving from the wide alley. And then comes Silk Sarah and Wild Release, Holiday Time at about 2 lengths to Lakeside Folly. And then Rainfalls, Logical Lady, about 2.5 to Belle of the Isle and 3 to Queen of Kings to the course proper. And down past the 900, Perfect Luck races to the lead narrowly over Greenstone. 2 to Condoleezza keeping company with the inside filly Sierra Dane, and Visages next on the inside of Wild Release from Holiday Time, Silk Sarah and Lakeside Folly. A length the Rainfalls and a couple in Logical Lady around Belle of the Island, 2 to Queen of Kings. Working their way past the 600 and Greenstone leads the favourite Perfect Luck a half. Sierra Dane pulling out 3 and 4 deep, and on her outside is Condoleezza, and 2 to Envisage, followed by Holiday Time, Wild Release and Lakeside Folly. Around the corner and Greenstone's been headed by Perfect Luck and Sierra Dane, and Sierra Dane's drawn to the lead from Perfect Luck and 2 to Condoleezza at a length and a half to Lakeside Folly. Sierra Dane leads clearly past the 200. Sierra Dane shifting to the centre of the track, looking good for a first win. She'll blitz them. Perfect Luck second, followed by Lakeside Folly, but Sierra Dane, she's all over the shop, but she's a mile too good. Sierra Dane bolted in from Perfect Luck, and third Lakeside Folly, followed by Silk Sarah, and then Belle of the Isle, Rainfalls, Condoleezza, Greenstone, Logical Lady, and then Wild Release, followed by Holiday Time and Visage, and last of all was Queen of Kings.
Number 1, Sierra Dane in the first at Randwick, and that's the first Australian winner for South African trainer David Payne. Sierra Dane pays $3.10 and $1.04. Second placing to Perfect Luck. Third, Lakeside Folly, but Sierra Dane a class above them today. Now they're moving in well at Morfettville for the opening event with...
Racing, and it looked like Far Cry went down on his nose at the start. He didn't jump well.
I was having my first ride on him for a little while, but I had one on the horse. Pretty confident, but then we drew barrier 24, which shattered my dreams a little bit. But I said to myself, leaving the barrier draw, that we'll just put my head down now and concentrate on riding him the best we can.
Couple of lengths away is Brew, who's got across one off the rail from the outside gate, and then Yippee-Yo-Yo.
I was pretty happy after we got over going past the winning post the first time to get in one off the fence. I was pretty happy where I was. And
here's Citrus Prince coming, followed by Lightning Arrow, then Brew to the outside, and back behind them Carpstead Way is starting a run wide out as they swing the corner, and Freemason getting up on the rail.
Probably from the 600, just every step he took, I got that little bit more confident, because he seemed to be travelling all that well, and like I said, everything in front of me was all off the bit, and I couldn't see much challenging him, so it was just a great feeling, yeah.
Coming home well on the outside now is Brew. Carpstead Way's battling away, and Yippee-Yo-Yo. Brew hit the lead at the 200 from second coming. The stablemates are clear from Yippee-Yo-Yo, but it's Brew going for home, 100 out. McAvoy wheels a whip, and Brew draws away to win the Melbourne Cup. 2 lengths to Yippee-Yo-Yo second.
Yeah, just unbelievable. I think I was quite shocked and didn't really know that what was going on. You know, it's stuff that you watch as a young boy, watch the jockeys celebrating after the line, and all of a sudden I was one of them jockeys. The crowd was something that I'd never experienced. The noise and the atmosphere of the Melbourne Cup Carnival and the Melbourne Cup is just it's got its own league, and just to be able to be a part of it and to win the race, just fantastic. They'd got into the mounting yard somehow, the family, and even my manager was there, and I could hear him yelling out, and when you get the video out and watch it all, it's just a dream come true, and it really puts you in a happy spirit leading into this carnival to have already achieved something like that.
Number 4, which is Something Hot, is the only horse. It's come from double figures into single figures, but only just. It's representing reasonable value on the tote at the moment, and as I speak, it's continuing to firm up. Number 16, I thought, with all these horses drawing very, very awkwardly, might get a nice run. Thought it represented good value. Number 16, Sophie Princess. The late mail is for number 2 ahead of 1, 4 and 16.
And the replacement rider for Bell Red, Danny Nikolic. Kieran McAvoy stood down for this event. He's suffering a sore toe after that fall in race 2, but he is past fit to ride for the rest of the day. Of course, he has an important engagement in the Melbourne Cup this afternoon. Now,
inside, this Bombastic has pace, racing this time, and Ena's Treasure away quickly with Sophie Princess down to the inside, their best out. He's quickly gone forward on Jeune Royale, whipping around the outside, and All Black Symphony showing speed. Settling down now, it's All Black Symphony, Miss Bombastic and Jeune Royale working across from the outside. Quickly got up third from Bell Red, fourth from Ena's Treasure, Sophie Princess. Further back then was Tricked, and there followed back on the inside by Val's Regard. Kingdom Babe 3 deep a length. Further back in the race then came over on the outside Brava Brava from Arborel, then Yakama. Well back Something Hot, Call Me Lily with Begum, and near the tail over on the inside is Staff Party, but coming down the side Miss Bombastic, 2.5 to All Black Symphony, a half the outside Jeune Royale. 2 lengths for the back, Bell Red fourth, a length in Ena's Treasure. They're followed around the outside by Kingdom Babe, improving from Sophie Princess. Then Brava Brava about 3 lengths further back, Begum Tricked. Then Yakama, well back was Something Hot, Arborel. Further back, Staff Party, Call Me Lily last, and Begum back second last. Up before the turn, the leader, Miss Bombastic, a length and a half, 2 on the outside, All Black Symphony. 2 to Bell Red, followed on the outside by Jeune Royale, running fourth up to the turn. Kingdom Babe has gone around the outside of it from Ena's Treasure on the fence. Further back, Brava Brava, homeward bound. Miss Bombastic in front now from All Black Symphony. They're followed further back by getting up on the inside, Bell Red from Ena's Treasure. Down the middle, Jeune Royale, followed by Kingdom Babe, and a gap then to Sophie Princess. 300 out now, Miss Bombastic from Jeune Royale and Kingdom Babe. Then Bell Red from Sophie Princess. It's Jeune Royale moving up to Miss Bombastic and Kingdom Babe. Sophie Princess coming at them, wider out than Begum. Jeune Royale grabbed by Sophie Princess. Sophie Princess and Begum, and out wide Val's Regard flying late, but Sophie Princess has won. I think Val's Regard out deep may grab second. We've got Jeune Royale, and close up on the outside Yakama in that photo. Just behind those Brava Brava from Mr. Bombastic. Kingdom Babe from Bell Red. Further back in the race then came Something Hot. Well back Begum pulling up quickly, followed by the outside of those Tricked. Arborel well back from All Black Symphony, Call Me Lily, Ena's Treasure, and in company with it is Staff Party.
Could it be a day of boilovers? 16, Sophie's Princess for Michael Rod, 34.30 and 8.30. 18's out very wide, Val's Regard for second at $22.60. For third, we've got Brava Brava. Brava Brava was showing 4.10. 3, which was Jeune Royale at 2.20, and 2 Yakama at 1.90. Back to Brian.
16. 18, Val's Regard gets second, and in a photo for third, Brava Brava 13. So it's 16, 18 and 13. Many chances down at the 150-metre mark as Jeune Royale and Kingdom Babe were getting up to the leader. Bell Red was back on the fence, and they were fanning across the track, these mares. Any of about 8 chances down inside the 200-metre mark.